It's another Friday, and you're obviously looking for something to do while you finish off that trick-or-treat candy that's still laying around. So, why not grab a scary movie, stick your hand into that plastic pumpkin, and put yourself into a chocolate-induced horror frenzy? Well, that's what I intend to do anyway. And if you need a movie recommendation, then I've got one. It's Bloody Reunion. It's Asian, and as you probably would expect, it's pretty weird. Here's the story. Mrs. Park is a retired teacher with a mysterious incident in her past, and she's very sick. In fact, she's not sure how much longer she's going to live. So the girl who helps take care of her invites some of her old students out for a nice weekend of reminiscing. Now the problem starts when we realize that every student that showed up isn't really there for a fond remembrance of a great teacher. They've all got an axe to grind with poor Mrs. Park because she was a very tough teacher. So tough that it would probably be described as abuse. Well, not long after the first student vents his spleen, he disappears. And there's a story still circulating among the students that Mrs. Park had a terribly deformed child who she locked in the basement years ago. And when other students begin to disappear, everyone starts to wonder if the stories of the monster boy in the basement may actually be true. Bloody Reunion is one of the strangest Asian movies I've seen in a long time. And that's saying something if you're at all familiar with Asian cinema. We're led down the garden path of a lovely little slasher/monster movie, only to have the movie take a typical Asian swerve and turn into something totally different, but just as cool. I'm giving Bloody Reunion 3 out of 4 cigars. It's a little bit hard to follow in places, and it has an ending that's gonna have you scratching your head for a little while. But it's still quite a bit of good old-fashioned gory fun. You won't be wasting your rental dollar with this one. So until next time, when I'll be gathering my old classmates to a secluded place for a reunion of my own, remember that you can always find me reuniting with indie movies over at roguecinema.com. And I'm always welcoming new students or horror DVDs into the fold every Tuesday over at fearzone.com. And I'm always right here preparing my lesson plan for my reunion and reminding you that the best movies are bad movies.